This is Carl at Ashlar RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your Laredo Model 333BH. Okay, so I'm on the door side of the trailer, moving towards the rear. We have an outside kitchen here with a TV bracket pull-out, cooking. You got a 2-burner there, or is it maybe even 3? But either way, you got sound out here. Microwave, refrigerator. I like the TV rack that pulls straight out. It's kind of neat. Keep in mind that there's a LP line for this range top, and it will plug in right here underneath. So you gotta plug it in so you can get LP to it. Now you've got the ground control system for stabilizing, which I'll get to when I get to the other side. Basically just all your attachments, your vent for your range hood, your water heater, 2 tanks, a power tongue jack, battery, more storage, and these are your dump valves down here. Okay, you dump the black first, then the gray, of course. And your water station. Alright, so here we are, soaking wet. Let me get some light in here for us. Okay, let's see here. Great day. Okay. Alright, so we have, I know it's dark in here, I'm getting some light here. You have a bunk room in the back, of course. The bunk room is, let me see if I can dry my monitor off a little bit here. And the camera, just bear with me a second. Okay, that's better. Okay, so you have a bunk that folds down right here, the top one, and then of course your couch down here folds flat to another bunk. You've got one here, and of course this is where your TV would hook up. So you've got everything you need back here. You can eventually, if you wanted to, add a power vent to there with a vent cover on it, so you can open it during the rain. And it's amazing how much heat can be pulled out by a fan on those days it's not quite warm enough for air conditioning. Okay, so here's your control panel down here. I'll show you where I'm at. I'm right by the door here. Let me get some light here. Okay, so this is where all your controls for the trail, the majority of them are right here. So you can start off with the levels, the tank levels. Freshwater tank has got a 3rd in there because we're water testing it. The battery's totally charged, but you want to check it when you're not plugged in. Black tank number 1, number 2, gray tank 1 and 2. Now this one only has, I'm going to look around, but I think there's only 1 black tank in this one. So you disregard the ones you don't have, because like it says, their tanks may vary by model, because some have more, some have less. It's a standardized panel. Alright, so the water heater, you can light it on gas here or electric here. Always make sure there's water in the tank before you light it. Your water pump, your onboard water pump is here. Now you have 2 ways to fill the trailer. You can use city water, which is the most common, and you just basically hook it up, hook the hose up, turn it on, and you're all set, ready to go. If you're at a campground that doesn't have plumbing on the campsite, you'll have to fill the fresh water tank, the onboard tank, in advance, and you then use this water pump here. You also use the water pump for winterizing. You'll have to educate yourself a bit about that, okay? So you have the 2 slide rooms, or 3 slide rooms, I'm sorry. And of course your awning is right here. The awning, you just send it out until you see the awning tube. That's 8 feet. So it goes about 8 feet and you can see the awning tube. Keep in mind, never leave the awning out unattended. I'm looking at my monitor here to make sure I'm still recording. Give me a second here. The camera doesn't normally get this wet, so I just want to make sure I didn't ruin it here. So okay, yeah, it's still recording. So you don't want to leave the awning out unattended because the wind can whip up really quickly and damage it. So if you're not at the campsite, you pretty much want to keep the awning in. All right, and then you have your basic slide rooms here. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your radio and disc player, you can play discs here, CDs and DVDs. You can stream off this USB port, put a USB drive in there with all your favorite albums on there, take them all with you. You can hook up wirelessly with Bluetooth so you can play songs and video from your phone or tablet. So it does everything you need. You got 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is the outside speakers. So it does everything you need. Also you have a fireplace. This fireplace is 110 AC. So it's a space heater, basically. You can adjust the appearance of the flame, but you can also adjust the fan speed. You can set a timer on it. There's a lot of different features. And it's a good space heater, so you can basically late at night or early in the morning when everybody's sitting in this area, you don't have to, if it's cold outside or cool outside, you don't have to really use your furnace. You can just run this space heater and save on your LP so you can use it for cooking or whatever else you need, okay? So, all right. Now this is a couch. You pull it, or sofa, you'll pull the cushions off, right? And then you grab it down here, and you're going to pull it out, put the legs down, flip the back into place, and you've got a tri-fold bed with foam cushions. It's really not bad as hide-a-beds go. Of course, you could always also drop your table down. You can take the poles out here, drop the table down onto these cleats here, fill in the space with the back cushions, and you got another bed there. So that really expands on your emergency sleeping when people just show or you got to squeeze them in. This is your range hood with a light and a vent. Okay. Now on the outside, as we walked by in the rain, I said that was the vent for your range hood. You'll see it on the door side. It's got a baffle in it. So if you're going to run the range fan to exhaust to the outside, you're going to open up that baffle just by pulling on it and freeing it up. It just sort of snaps into place. So if you're venting from in here, you want the baffle flapping freely, and all other times you're just going to keep it shut. You don't really need it. If you're just camping normally or you're traveling down the road, you should have it shut. Okay. All right. So I don't know if the gas is on here, but I'll walk it through it either way. Oh yeah, it is. All right. So basically, you'll just turn the knob to light, and this sparker rotates clockwise. That's all you do. Okay. So you have 3 burners there. Let me just look down here and see what we've got here. This one you have to light with a grill lighter, the oven I'm speaking of. So you need a grill lighter with a long neck. All the way back here is a pilot light. So basically you're going to go to the knob here, you're going to put it to pilot, like so. Let me get up so you can see here. Then you're going to depress it and hold it. Continue to hold it in and you'll spark the pilot light with your lighter, your grill lighter, until it lights. After it lights, you're still holding this in. You'll hold it in for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you go to whatever operating temperature you want, and it'll cycle like an oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use it. Alright, so this device here is the carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like that. If not, you get it serviced. When it goes off, let me see where the button is here. I can't see it very well. There we go. So that's a self-test. It should always be green like that, but if it goes off, you take everybody outside, shut the gas off, and figure out what's going on, okay? This device here is your power converter. It converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you can see you got the AC side of the converter right here with regular household circuit breakers, and they're labeled. Then the power is converted over to 12 volt DC on this side. You see you got fuses here, and they're 12 volt. So if any of these fuses were to blow, they'll actually light up, and you can see them through this tinted plastic here, so you'd be able to see that a fuse had blown. Also, as long as you're plugged into shore power, this is a battery charger, and it'll keep your battery charged up. I'm talking about your battery up front, okay? This is a gas absorption Dometic refrigerator. There's two buttons, on and off. That's on, obviously. You can select auto, like it is selected right now. Auto means gas. Excuse me. Auto means electric. Electricity takes parameters, so it'll search. You turn it on, it'll search for 110 AC, and obviously run off that. If it can't find it, then it'll switch to LP gas as a second choice. Or if you're running it on electric and you have a power failure, let's say you're not at the campground, it'll automatically switch over to gas for you, so it'll spoil your food. Okay. You can push this button here and just run it dedicated to gas when you're pulling it down the road. But even if you left it on auto, it'll realize that there's no 110 AC and automatically switch to gas. The other thing to know about this device here is a thermistor. You can see that there's a wire that goes up to a cylinder, which you can't see. It's held in with that plastic clip. That's just a clip. It's not part of the thermistor. The thermistor is the device on the end of the wire that's cylindrical. So you can see right here is the higher you go with it, the cooler it gets. So basically you're just going to have it up all the way. And when I say up, you're going to slide it up like this. Now keep in mind that the thermistor is free, it floats free inside there, so you can pull it right off. But you're just going to snap it back together. It's just to hold it in place, okay? All right, so bathroom. So the sink and shower work like any other sink and shower, of course. You always want to run your vent fan with the shower to pull the humidity out. The toilet, the main thing to remember about this is that you can't use it without water or chemical in it. You can have both. This is the flush pedal right here. So you're just going to, when you get to the campsite, you'll hook up your water, hook up your power. You'll come in here and you'll put some chemical right in here, whichever brand chemical you use. You put 1 dose in there. Then you'll step on the pedal. Water's going to come wishing out and swirling out. And you hold it, you stand on the pedal till you put about 1 gallon or 2 of water in the tank. There's no way to tell that exactly. You just use common sense. That's about 1 gallon. It doesn't have to be perfect. The bottom line is you have to have chemical in it and a little bit of water to start off. Okay. Also, this GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. The one on the outside, for example, if you blew it with a coffee pot or something out there, tripped it, you'd come in here and reset it in here, all right? So never use the toilet without chemical and a little bit of water in it to start off. Okay, we've already looked through this area. Just want to show you that this is an escape window. You just push it through like that. You push it all the way through. And then if you had to escape, you would grab a hold of this red tab right here, pull the screen out, and out you go. Okay, so moving along, your thermostat, which is right here. This is an analog thermostat. It's very self-explanatory. Cool all the way to the left. Fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. Off, and then of course heat. You always want to keep the fan switched to auto if possible. That's the best place to have it. I think I mentioned the microwave works like any other microwave. There's nothing unique about it. Okay, so then you just basically have a bedroom. The thing to know is, let's see what we've got over here. I have to look around to see what's what here. Okay, so you've got antenna and power. If you want to put a TV in here, you can use a bracket right there if you want. There's a backing plate, or you can just strap it there and have it stand there, whatever. You got some storage underneath the bed, of course. It's kind of a foot locker. And you've got more storage up here. So, a lot of storage. Okay? Alright, so I think we've pretty much covered it. Let me look around a bit here. See if I forgot anything. I think I covered it all. So, first of all, let me thank you for purchasing your trailer at National RV Detroit. Second, and the most important thing I'm going to tell you about this trailer and every other trailer, you have to go on the roof and inspect the roof. You have to do that 3 times a season minimum. So you're going to go up in the spring, up there in the fall, and once in the middle of the summer. You look around at all the sealant on the roof, or have someone else do it. You've got to check your roof, and you have to do it on a regular basis. That way, if there's any cracking or separation found, you can have it taken care of immediately. If any road debris hits it and puts a little gash in it, you'll know about it, and you can get it fixed. So it's important to inspect the seals on your roof. And on the side of the trailer, any place you see caulk from the factory, you can take a quick look at. Pay special attention to corner areas, always. So, okay. Well, thank you very much. And if you have questions, you give us a call. If you have issues, you give us a call, and we'll take care of you, okay? Thank you.